Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new first impression follow-up hits and misses style video. So I have 3 different videos that I am going to be following up from. I do always like to follow up my first impressions, my hauls. So today I have 2 first impression get ready with me's and also a recent Sephora Ulta haul that I'm going to be sharing my full thoughts on all these products as I've been trying them out really consistently the past couple weeks here. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I will go ahead and link the videos that I am following up down below if you do want to catch my first impressions, or like I mentioned, there is also that haul in here. For my haul video, and why I decided to do 3 videos is I did do a lot of the first impressions in a get ready with me video from what I hauled, so I thought we could just do all 3 here. But my first impression video is where I was trying out products from Anastasia, like the new foundation, Covergirl from Wonder Beauty, the new Sigma palette. So again, that video will be linked, and if I did follow up on any of these products already, like in a makeup monthly video or a foundation ranking video, I will also link those videos if you want to catch some further thoughts. Because first up, with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, I did include this in a ranking video. I also have my first impression video. I have a dedicated video trying this foundation and doing a wear test on it so you can see how it lasts throughout the day. And then I did also review it in that ranking video. So I have touched on the Anastasia foundation quite a bit here, but this one is $38. I do enjoy the packaging on it. I like the pump. My correct shade is 220N. When I first was trying it out, I picked up like 270C, I think it was, from Ulta, and it was a really bad shade match. 220N is a fantastic shade match for me, so I am much happier with that. I do really like this foundation. It definitely is more of that luminous or dewy finish foundation, but I have found like using a mattifying primer or really setting it with a powder helps it still have that natural like dewy finish but not be too overly dewy, not break up on me, and it still has a really solid wear time to this. So I've been really happy with the Anastasia foundation. I do recommend it, especially because I do have dry skin, so I typically like more of a natural finish or a dewy finish foundation, and that is what I find with this one. So I have been really impressed with it, and again, I've chatted about it quite a bit on my channel. If you guys can't tell, I am sick. I did just finish filming this look here. This was from Friday's video, full face of Juvia's Place. So I have on their foundation, concealer, powder. I have the Nomad palette on my eyes and a lip gloss on. So if you want to see how I got this look and my first thoughts on getting it, I will also link that video down below. But I mentioned in there that I'm just back from my Florida trip and I came back with a cold, which is a big bummer. I'm assuming just probably being in airports so much kind of got me a little sick here, so unfortunately I am sick. Bummer. But a couple CoverGirl products that I was trying in that video. One is the CoverGirl TrueBlend Undercover Concealer. I actually mentioned this in my most recent Makeup Monthly in my favorites section, so this has been a big hit for me. The shade I use is L900. This reminds me a lot of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer that has come out recently that a lot of people really enjoy, and I am a big fan of this one. You have the oversized doe foot just like with the e.l.f. Camo concealer, but again, it's a really full coverage concealer, yet it's lightweight, it's easy to blend out, a little bit more on the hydrating side, but it just covers so much, and I'm so impressed with this one. It's about $10 or so. It kind of, you know, drugstore prices can kind of vary per retailer to retailer, but around the $10 mark, and I'm so impressed with this one. I also was trying out the CoverGirl TrueBlend Minerals Loose Mineral Powder in Translucent. So just a translucent powder here. I was finding a bunch of different prices, but generally between the $7 and $8 mark for this one. I do like this powder. I do think that it is very nice. It wasn't an absolute favorite of mine, but truly I don't have a lot of cons to say about it. It's just kind of one of those products that I do think is nice, but I wasn't like, oh yes, I absolutely love this one. Wander Beauty, I have been trying out some of their face duos. So Wander Beauty came out with the Trip for Two Blush and Bronzer Duos. They have 2 different shades in here. So we have one is a little bit lighter and then one is a little bit deeper. Both of them do have a mirror also. I really like Wander Beauty. I kind of like the thought process behind the brand, or like the theme, I guess, to the brand is all about like traveling on the go. There's a lot of like dual-ended products. I have a concealer that I'll talk about from them as well. So I really like the theme behind the brand. They are a little bit more pricey. They're available at Sephora as well. The face palettes do retail for $36 each. And again, I do like them. These are very, very pigmented palettes. If you guys remember, I think it was this bronzer here that I tried in my first impression video, and it was like, whoa, bam. Luckily, it was pretty easy to blend out because, again, very, very pigmented. Even the blushes in here are very pigmented. One thing that I noticed for my skin tone is that I like this bronzer, but I like this blush. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend to go out and buy 2 different palettes just to get a shade in each. This bronzer was almost just like a little bit too light on me. This one was a little bit too dark. So that was kind of one thing that I noticed with this one. But again, they're both, all 4 products in here are very pigmented, but again, they do blend out easily, which is nice. So I do like these. I like the duos of them, except I just wish I had my perfect shade in one duo because it would be easy to take along instead of having to take both. And again, $36 is a little bit of a higher price. So I thought that these were pretty good, but again, they didn't turn into like absolute favorites of mine. Also in that video, I tried out from Sigma Beauty. This is their new Enchanted palette. This palette is $49. It also does come with a double-ended brush, which I believe I already have in my brush collection. But I really enjoy when Sigma puts brushes in their palettes. I'm not always a fan of it just because I do have a lot of brushes, and I notice a lot of times I don't think the quality in the brushes and palettes are as good. But with Sigma, it's their actual brushes, and Sigma has great quality brushes. You know, I feel like Sigma is most known for their brushes. So I believe you have the E38 and the E54 or 55 in this brush, and those are 2 of my favorite Sigma brushes, just regardless. So you also get the dual-ended brush, which I think is great, but then you also have all of these beautiful shades, and you do get a mirror in this palette. This palette is very, very pretty, and I like it because I feel like you can do a really nice variety of looks in here too. I have done looks with kind of like more of this soft mauve and some of these pinky shimmers. The first look that I did with it was more of a green look, which was a lot of fun. This gold is just like a super cool shade. So I feel like there's a lot of different variety you can do, whether if you want more of like your everyday wearable type of look. I know that's different for everybody, so that's why I use air quotes. And then you can do something a little bit deeper, a little bit more colorful. I just feel like you can really switch it up a lot, and the formula in here is really, really nice. I was a big fan of the Sigma Warm Neutrals 2 palette. I think it's great. Also, the Sigma Beauty Bird palette is a really nice palette too. And again, with the Enchanted palette, I definitely do recommend it. I saw that this was getting a lot of really good reviews online. It did actually sell out, which didn't shock me, but Sigma did bring it back. I'm a Sigma affiliate. My affiliate discount code is Samantha if you want to save any money if you're purchasing from Sigma. Again, their brushes are great. I really like their brow pencil. And again, this palette I think is really, really beautiful. So I am a big fan of the Sigma Enchanted palette. And then also in that video, I touched on, or I used for the first time, the Carli Bybel Il Makiage lip collection. So Carli Bybel, one of my favorite YouTubers. I've been watching her for so many years now. She did a collaboration with Il Makiage, and she came out with 3 lip liners, 3 matte lipsticks, and also 3 lip glosses. I have been using these like crazy. I mentioned them in my Makeup Monthly in the favorite section, and I also just mentioned these in my video that went up recently on my 10 favorite influencer collaborations. So clearly, I love these. I've been talking about them so much. I've been wearing them so much. Definitely my favorites are the lip liner and the lipsticks. The lip liners are just so creamy. They're so easy to apply. I've already had to sharpen both my pink and my nude ones. She came out with nude, pink, and red, and then they all have matching lip liners, lipsticks, and then the glosses as well. The lip liners are $15, the lip glosses are $19, and the lipsticks are $21, and you can buy them separately. But again, lip liners are so creamy and just so beautiful. The lipsticks are a matte lipstick formula, but they apply really creamy on the skin, or on the lips, I'm sorry, and they just make your lips look like pillowy and just beautiful. And I am such a fan of these lipsticks as well. Those are definitely my favorites. I do like the glosses. from the collection. I am a pretty big gloss girl actually, so I'm a little surprised that I didn't love these more, but I almost wonder if it's because I just love the lip liner and lipstick so much, and a lot of times I put them on and then I feel like I don't even need a gloss. Like, that's just how much I love the lipstick formula, but the glosses are nice as well. But again, I have been just raving about these and wearing them so much that clearly I really love them. These also were out of stock for a while. They did sell out, which again doesn't shock me. I know a lot of people tend to really enjoy Carli's collaborations, but they are back in stock now if you're interested. Moving over to the second video, this is when I was doing a get ready with me, trying a bunch of products that I did haul from my Sephora and Ulta haul. So again, I'm going to touch on the makeup that I tried first, and then I'm going to finish it off with some hair care products and also skincare products that I did in my haul that wasn't featured in that first impression style video. Again, these videos will be linked. Okay, so first up I have from Farsali. This is the Liquid Glass Radiance Make Skin Serum with hyaluronic acid. This is $54. I had been wanting to try this for such a long time, but the price tag was definitely holding me back, and then I just decided to go ahead and do it. So far I really do like it. I find myself continually reaching for it. No matter what foundation it is I'm going for, I'm just like, I want to use the Farsali. I want to use the Farsali. So that's how I realized that I really do like it. Now, I don't know if it's truly worth the $54, but I do think that it makes my skin look very nice. Again, I don't know if I totally get that glass skin effect with it. I don't think I have good enough skin in general to like really feel like I have glass skin anytime. I don't know, like I'm 32, I have fine lines and wrinkles and like really big wrinkles, especially between my eyebrows. And sometimes I have sensitive skin, so I can get a lot of redness to my skin and all of that. So I don't know if I've truly ever looked at myself and been like, I have glass skin, but I do think that this makes my skin look really nice. And again, I can use it under so many different foundations, and I think that it pairs well with really any of them. A really dewy foundation like the Anastasia, a more mattifying foundation, I kind of anything in between, the L'Oreal Fresh Wear, like the Dose of Colors, a foundation I have tried it with, also the Fenty Beauty I've tried it with. So I definitely tried this with a lot of foundations, and I think it works well with all of them, which I think is great. Again, it's just the price tag that kind of holds me back from being like, oh my gosh, this is an absolute favorite. So you have your dropper here, but I really have been reaching for it a lot, which kind of helps tell me that I really do enjoy a product. I do just wish maybe they'd come out with I was waiting and waiting and waiting for a mini of this. They have minis in like all of their other serums except for this one. So I think that I'll still continue to use it and get a lot of use out of it. If you are more high-end luxury and you know, sometimes maybe those price tags don't bother you as much and you just want to get a really good product, I would recommend this. But if you're a little bit more price tag conscious, maybe this one wouldn't be for you. I think there's a lot of other really good serums and primers. Colourpop, their sister brand Forthright Beauty, has been getting a lot of hype around their face milks, which I tried out recently. These aren't the exact same, they're not the exact same products, but they're kind of in line with one another, and I do think the Forthright Beauty face milk is really nice also, and that is at a much cheaper price point. So if you were interested in this but you didn't like that price tag, you could maybe check out the one from Forthright Beauty. I can link those down below also. I have been really liking the papaya one, and they have a lot of different ones also that you can go for. So those are my thoughts on the Farsali. I really do like it, just that price tag is a little expensive. Okay, so I also tried some products from Dose of Colors. This is the Meet Your Hue foundation. I do have this in my ranking new foundations video as well if you want to check that out. I have the shade Light Medium 116. That about smacked me in the face. That would have probably made me forget that I had a cold. Okay then. I do really like this one also. I actually like this way more than I thought I was going to. When I was hearing the initial reviews coming in, you know, I was hearing a little bit more full coverage, more of this like natural matte finish, and I was like, I don't know, we'll see how it does with my dry skin. And I actually really enjoy this foundation. The only thing for me is that the shade match is just slightly off, but not enough for me to even like I'm just not even worried about it. They don't have this in stores, at least at my Ulta. When the most recent time I went in, they didn't have this one in store, so I could swatch to try to find a better shade match. So I'm just gonna roll with the 116, and I think that it's fine. But I do really like this one. This one has more of that natural finish for me, but also if I use a little bit more of a hydrating type of primer, I think it looks really nice. Even like spraying my face can kind of help a little bit too, but I really do like medium or medium buildable coverage foundations, and also more natural or satin or dewy foundations. And I feel like this one is kind of like your medium to full, especially if I use it with a sponge and kind of help bump down the coverage a little bit. I think that it's really pretty, and the coverage on the skin is that natural satin, which I just think is beautiful. It's very, very long wearing, and I was very impressed with this foundation. I also did try out the Dose of Colors sponge. I mentioned this in my latest Makeup Monthly, once again in the favorite section. I'm such a fan of this sponge. Oh, the foundation is $36. The sponge runs for $15. I'm planning another Ulta purchase soon. I've been working on my cart there, and I'm grabbing another one of these because this is probably like my most used sponge at the moment. I just think that it's fantastic, so I highly recommend the sponge. I think I even like, I think I would say that I like the sponge even more than I like the foundation. I just think that it's such a nice sponge, so that might be kind of a random thing, but definitely wanted to mention it because I've been a big fan. Another product that I tried in that video is the Wonder Beauty Duelist Concealer. This is $29. So on one side you have more of like your crayon, like almost like lipstick style concealer, and then on the other side you have the doe foot. The crayon side is more of a matte concealer, and this one here is more of illuminating. So you can use either one side. Again, kind of with Wonder Beauty, they have a lot of these dual products, so you can either use the matte side, you can use just the illuminating side. I typically blend them together, and I use the shade Light. I did put this, not in my most recent Makeup Monthly, but in July's Makeup Monthly. I did review this, and I put it in my fine category because I do like it. I think that it's nice. I like that you get the two different options in here too. I didn't just, like, I wasn't overwhelmed with loving it. It is a little bit more of like your light medium coverage, and I tend to prefer more of a full coverage like that Covergirl Undercover, but it is nice. $29. I mean, that's right up there with the high-end prices. You do get two different concealers in here if you look at it that way, or if that's something that might be interesting to you. But again, I thought that was a pretty decent product. One product that I did return from Sephora that I was pretty bummed about is the Natasha Denona Coral Palette. So this was one of her kind of like regular size 5-pan palettes, if you will. It retails for $48. I just wanted to try one of her, like the regular 5 pans versus the minis, because I love my mini nude palette. I've tried the minis before. I've tried her bigger palettes, like I have the Natasha Denona Gold palette. So I really wanted to try that 5-pan palette, and I think I was kind of like itching to try a new eyeshadow palette because I had done I've been doing a really good job of not buying eyeshadow palettes. I've gotten a few new ones in PR, but it was kind of fun to like pick out a palette that I wanted to try, and I really liked the color scheme in the Coral palette. It very much spoke to me and the different looks that I try to do, and I think I did 3 different eye looks with that palette. I liked the different looks that I did with them, and I liked the color scheme, but 2 of my shadows came broken, and for spending $48 and then having to be so careful with a palette to try to repress some of the shades, I was like, you know, that just really sucks. I purchased it before the Sephora sale was announced, so I did pay full price for that palette also. Maybe if I would have gotten the 20% off, I wouldn't have been as upset about it, but I don't know. To me, it just kind of sucked when something that expensive comes broken. I just was kind of bummed out, and so I really wanted to love it. Again, I liked the different looks that I did with it, but $48 for 5 pans, I don't know. 2 of them were broken. I was like, it just really bummed me out. So unfortunately, I did go ahead and return that one. Another product that I did try was the Pure and Barbie Lashes. These run for $14. So Pure recently did a collaboration with Barbie, and I did purchase the lashes from Ulta Beauty, and I really I liked these lashes. They were just very extreme. When I first put them on, I was kind of like, oh, I feel like I look a little bit ridiculous, but as I let them sit for a bit, I was like, okay, like, yes, they are very dramatic lashes. They're more dramatic than the lashes I tend to wear, but I still thought that they were fun. They're not like my everyday style of lashes by any means, because again, they just have more drama to them. They're really, really long, but they were pretty. So if you are someone who maybe wear a lot of false lashes or you like the really dramatic lashes, I would recommend them too. I really do enjoy Pure Lashes. I like their bands. I think they're easy to work with. $14 is kind of that mid-level range for lashes. So they didn't turn into my favorites because I haven't been wearing false lashes as much lately. I don't know what changed. I used to wear them all the time. I'm definitely more into just finding a good mascara these days, but if you do love lashes, I definitely do recommend Pure as a brand for the lashes, and those if you like really dramatic lashes. A lip gloss that I tried in that video was from Ofra. So Ofra just came out with a Rodeo Drive collection to celebrate the anniversary of Rodeo Drive, which is one of their most well-known highlighters after the March Beauty Word highlight. I think March Beauty Word is the most well-known highlighter to Ofra Cosmetics. If I'm saying that correctly, I might have to double check my facts there. I'm just kidding, guys. But so they came out with a whole collection. So one product that I was interested in trying was the I still crack myself up, was the Rodeo Drive lip gloss. I'm a big fan of the Ofra Cosmetics lip gloss formula. Apricot Dream is one of my favorites. I also love Natural, and Golden Rose I think is really pretty. So I was excited to try out the Rodeo Drive. This is kind of more of like your golden champagne lip gloss, and it is really, really beautiful. Again, I'm a big fan of the formula. It is not sticky. They just look so smooth and so pretty, yet so juicy on the lips. Rodeo Drive has a little bit of that shimmer in there too, which I just think is so pretty. So this is another really, really pretty color. The Rodeo Drive lip gloss from Ofra, I would definitely recommend. I am an affiliate with Ofra Cosmetics, so again, if you are making a purchase there, my affiliate discount code is Samantha on that website also. Okay, so that wraps it up for the products that I tried out in that first impression, and then to continue to follow up my Sephora and Ulta haul, and the hair care and skincare products that I also picked up. So first I grabbed just a little mini set from Briogeo. This is a shampoo and conditioner. This is the Be Gentle, Be Kind Matcha and Apple Replenishing Superfood Shampoo and also conditioner. So this little mini hair pack was $18. I just wanted to try it out. I really love the Briogeo, I always forget the name. It has mushroom in it. They're kind of like a light purple set. I have that shampoo and conditioner in my shower, but I like to have another one just to kind of like switch things up, or to have them be different, like they do different things for your hair, if that makes sense. And so far that's just like my number one. So I was like, well, let's try another one and see what I think, and try the minis just to like try them out and see if I want to purchase the full size. I do like these. I don't think I like them as much as the first ones that I mentioned. I will also link those down below if you're interested. I have very like fine, thin hair. It is pretty damaged for sure. So it's pretty damaged. It gets frizzy a lot, and then it's also just like flat. I try my best not to use a lot of heat on it and all of that. But I would say that I like, and I do color treat my hair also, so sometimes I like products that are good for color treated hair, which again, that first set that I mentioned really is. And again, I liked this one. I felt like it was nice for kind of like hydrating my hair, if that makes any sort of sense. So I felt like it was nice for that, but I don't know if I'll go out and repurchase the full size of these, because again, I think that they're nice, but they didn't turn into a favorite. And I don't have like a lot of cons to say about anything, but you just kind of can tell when your hair really gets on with hair products. And with these, I was like, I don't think it's doing anything worse, but I don't see like, oh my gosh, I like absolutely love this. A few people did mention that with this particular line, it can be a little bit heavier, especially if you do have fine hair or thin hair, and maybe that's coming into play with this one. So I thought I'd mention that. I did see that comment, I believe, when I did the haul. So I try to use smaller amounts of these products. It is kind of hard since there's no like pumps or anything on these. It's kind of hard. Like the shampoo comes out in a hurry, and then the conditioner, I kind of have to like shove my fingers in there to try to get any out because it's so thick. But thought they were okay. Probably won't repurchase the full size, but Briogeo, I do really like them as a brand. I've tried a lot of their products. Again, that first shampoo conditioner is a favorite, so I might try another product from their line. Otherwise, another product that I tried is from Olaplex. I've been really getting on with Olaplex, and I just noticed that they have a new set out at Sephora for holidays, and it includes a shampoo and conditioner, and I'm really thinking about getting that set. But in that haul, I did purchase the No. 7 Bonding Oil. This retails for $28. You need a very small amount of this product, which I do like, because I mean, I have used it literally pretty much every single time I have washed my hair, which granted is only 2 or 3 times a week. And so, I mean, at least one time a week that I wash my hair, I'm using this, if not both of the times. And again, you need a very small amount of product, and it looks like I haven't used any. Hopefully my voice doesn't go out completely. So that I think is good, because that is kind of a higher price tag for a smaller bottle, but a little bit does go a very long way. I've really been liking this as well, and I've been getting a lot of compliments on my hair. People have been asking if I've switched up my hair care routine, or if I'm using new products, or just that my hair is looking a little bit healthier, a little bit fuller, and all of that, which I appreciate. And really, I've been incorporating these Olaplex products in. I did pick up another hair product. I just started trying that one out, but I will be reviewing that one soon. That's kind of like the pre-mask before you shampoo and condition your hair. You put this mask in, and you can let it sit for 10 minutes, up to, like, some people were saying they use it overnight, and then wash it out and shampoo and condition your hair. I've been trying that one too, and I've been really liking it. So I do like this one. One of the claims on this is that it helps your hair dry faster without, you know, having to use a blow dryer or something, and I truly do believe that. One of the things I dislike about having to wash my hair is how long it is wet for, because I don't love to, like, go outside, especially in the warmer weather, because then that really helps, like, that contributes to the frizz and all of that. This really does, it's like it cuts my drying time in half, which I appreciate. Again, I don't even own a blow dryer, so I like having my hair drier quicker, and it also helps make it a little bit shinier, and then I feel like it's really helping with the frizz also. So I really have been liking this one. Again, I feel like I'm about to get on this Olaplex train with trying a lot more products from them. I've heard a few people here and there throughout YouTube really recommend their products, so I thought I would give it a try, and so far I'm really happy with this one, so that is great. And then another product, I did purchase a Kiehls Duo in there, but really I've been trying out the eye cream the most, which is what I wanted. I was going to purchase it by itself, but it was actually cheaper to purchase this and the hydration mask, excuse me, hello. I've only tried that mask 2 times. I do like it, but I didn't feel like I could include a review on it because I've only used it the 2 times. And again, this is what, like, I was really going for. So this is the Kiehls Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. So many of you guys recommended this to me, and I don't know if you can tell, but look, I've used it a lot. I have been really trying this one out. I really wanted to get a good feel for it. Again, a lot of you guys recommended this. This is actually the mini size, which is $30. The full size is $48. And again, this came in that little duo that I purchased. So I do like this. I can definitely notice, like, I'm someone who is a fan of eye creams, and I feel like when I'm using the right ones or good ones for me, I notice a difference. Whereas if I use ones that I don't think are as good, I can tell with my under eyes, they don't look as pepped up. So the lines can really come back with a vengeance and all of that. So I like to have a good eye cream, and I think that this one is a good one. I haven't noticed anything adverse. Like in one of my recent makeup monthlies, I reviewed an eye cream from Estee Lauder, and I said once I started using that, I was really getting a lot of lines. You could really, like, a lot of my wrinkles were coming back on my under eyes, and I was like, oh no, no, no. And so I switched eye creams. This one I use a lot of times at night. The only, like, real downfall, I guess I'll say, of why I can't say this is a favorite is I feel like I don't love the consistency of it. When I first apply it on my under eyes, it feels like thick and hydrating and moisturizing, which I like, but as I start to blend it out, it turns almost to like this watery consistency, and then it almost feels like I'm not blending it in. Like, it just feels odd. I don't know why that is, and I know a lot of you guys really like it, so I'd love for you to tell me, like, do you like that feeling? Do you not like it? Do you notice it? Do you apply it maybe in a different way? I don't know. That's something that I just don't love, because I feel like it's not, like, blended in all the way, and then all of a sudden it's like this weird, like, watery type of consistency. I don't know. That part I don't love. But again, I don't feel like I've noticed anything negative with it. that's just the only thing there, and I do like it. Like, I'm gonna continue to use it. I can see myself using this all the way up. Again, I use it in my PM skincare routine, and I do really like it. That's just the one thing I wanted to point out that I didn't quite love. I still think that I love my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream a little bit more than this one, but I do still really like this one. So that is my thoughts on the Kiehl's creamy eye treatment with avocado. And then after that, that's gonna wrap it up for this first impression follow-up hits and misses video. Everything will be linked down below, including those first impression videos and also my haul video. I'd love to know what you thought about all of my reviews on these products. Have you tried any of them out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.